All right, ladies and gentlemen, I told you I was going to come back. Come on in. Come on in. The master teacher is back in the building. Had to take care of some important information, and I had to charge my phone. I had to rest off the. What's going on? Why is it going dark? Hold on. Yeah. Come on in. Come on in. Y'all know what we doing. We gonna tell y'all the origins of the monkey gene, ladies and gentlemen. The origins of the monkey gene. Your main man Insee has found the origins of the monkey gene. And what I tell you today, you may not like it. It's cool. But this is educational purposes only and entertainment purposes only as well. So if you see me talking a little bit low, it's because we live in Connecticut and they have a noise ordinance. You can't be yelling and getting all amped up and trying to get all wild because the cops will be like, Mr. Escovade, I know you live on TikTok. Shut your ass up before we lock your ass up. You heard? So don't forget to go ahead and join my fan club. If you become a super fan, you get one of them Escovade tees right there. And we got books. You know, y'all know I'm an author, right? I got about 4 or 5 books. You heard me? So we got a lot of stuff we going for super fans who decide to pay every month $9. And if you do that, you know I'm going to be shooting gifts all the way to you because you have supported your main man Escovade. But I'm waiting for everybody to come in, tap that screen. If you a human, tap that screen. See how they do my live? Like, I don't see nobody else live doing that. I don't see nobody else live doing that with the chair and everything. What's happening? Why does my chair keep showing up? Like, why does it keep doing that glitchy thing? Like, it's messing up my thing. He goes, do I have to sit right here like a zombie? Do I have to sit still because this hurts my back in the position? You know what I'm saying? Let me get a squig. Hold on. What the heck kind of milk? Can I get a napkin, please? The milk just look like a worm. You know? That is not, that's right. That's not right. For the coffee, you know how you get that little film on top? What is that? What is that, buddy? That does not look right on the cameras, buddy. Yeah, that does not look right at all right there. What was even that? That's coffee, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, that's coffee, man. What the hell is that? Be careful out here. That's coffee, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Something happened with the coffee, buddy. But anyway, come on in. Come on in. We're going back again because a lot of my students do not retain the knowledge of what I be giving them. And it all led us up to the conclusion of where the origin of the monkey gene came from. So I want y'all to come on in, and I ain't gonna get started until I get 1,000 in the chat. So tap that screen, let's get warmed up. Because this is about to be the most informational thing you will know this year in your lifetime. If you are RH positive, you better get your ass on the head. If you are RH negative, you better get your butt on the head. Let me stop with the profanity. We're going to get it professional right now. Get your butt on in here because we have some powerful information that you need to retain for yourself. All right? We're dealing with the origins of the monkey gene. And ladies and gentlemen, we got the results. And we got, see this? You see what that's doing? I don't never see nobody else live doing that. Why is they jamming up my life like that? That's aggravating as hell. Like, why is that coming in and out like that? Anybody can tell me that in the chat because it's pissing me off. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay still with it. Why is it doing this blinky thing? You know, I don't see nobody else chat doing that. When they be, am I too close? Do I need light? What am I doing? What am I doing with my chair back there, bro? You see my chair back there? What the heck is happening, bro? They messing up my life, bro. They messing up my life. You hear me? But listen, we got, ladies and gentlemen, I can't talk too loud because, you know, it's a noise ordinance, but we got the monkey gene revealed. Oh yeah, tap that screen if you're human. We got the monkey gene has been revealed. I know the origin of the monkey gene, ladies and gentlemen. And I got something to tell you. And you might not believe it, but the origin of the monkey gene, ladies and gentlemen. I found out how you became RH positive because it was not a natural thing. And the white man did not give it to you, but he gave it to you. Does that make sense? He didn't give it to you, but he gave it to you. Why is my chair? Can you give me another chair, please? I'm sick of this chair. I'm done with this chair, bro. Let me see if this other chair is not going. Chat, give me 1 second, chat. Let's try this one, chat. Let's try this one, chat. Let's see if that's one better. That was a lot better right there. Okay, now we in the business. We in the business. Ladies and gentlemen, the origins of the monkey gene. If you're always positive, get your butt on in here. If you're always negative, get your butt on in here. If you got the A, B, and O, get your butt on in here. Make sure you join the fan club. Make sure you tap that screen. Make sure you follow, because we got plenty more information that's come your way. All right, can you give me like a pillow or something? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got the origins of the monkey gene. Now, earlier I gave y'all the science, but my battery got messed up, the phone started dying, and all this was happening, and I didn't know what was going on. But guess what? We back in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We back in the building. So I asked my students who may have been in the class with me. I'm gonna ask my students one question. Tell me, what blood type? I'm gonna get you this. I'm gonna quiz y'all on this, because y'all not tapping that screen. What blood type does not have the H antigen? Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. That's a quiz. That's a quiz. Whoever get it right, pass the quiz. Whoever get it right, passes the quiz with a 100. It's one question, one answer. Okay? One question, one answer. The question is, what blood type does not have the H antigen? I'll wait. What blood type does not have the H antigen? Who in the chat knows that answer? There's a blood type that does not have the human antigen, and we need to get to that first in order to get to the origin of the monkey genes. Make sense? All right, anybody know the answer? What blood type does not have the H antigen? I'm waiting for y'all. All right? I'm waiting for y'all. All right, who's in the chat? I'm waiting for everybody in the chat. Before we get down to the origin of the monkey gene, tap that freaking screen, because until we get to 1,000, it ain't going down. I gotta talk a little low because there's a noise ordinance in Connecticut. I just found a new chair and I'm getting it popping. Got my little pillow and everything. Got my little cup right there. Y'all see that cup? I know y'all want one of them cups. Become a fan, a super fan. Become a super fan. You might be able to win that cup. Okay, we got the O. Nope. Oh, what? You see what I'm saying? You got no. It was close, but what blood type? The O is the H antigen, okay? By the way, what blood type does not have the H antigen? Let's go, chat. Come on, I know somebody in the chat is smart. No, the O negative, what? The O negative are the original humans. Yeah, I have not been paying attention in class. I'm going to say it again. What blood type does not have, hold on, what's this? Okay, what blood type? Okay, you in the, okay, original HZ, yeah. You definitely been paying attention, but I need to know the name of the blood type that does not carry the H antigen. It shows up as O negative, just like original HZ said, but it's a name for it, and we're going to get down to the bottom of it today, ladies and gentlemen. So before I get started with the origin of the monkey gene, I need to know how smart. Oh, somebody said it. Hold on. Somebody said it. Oh, yeah, there you go. Original HZ said it is the Bombay. Shout out to original HZ. It is the Bombay, chat. It's the Bombay, okay? So there is a blood type out here, all right, who shows up. No, they show up as O negative. They don't show up as O positive. They show up as O negative because they do not have any of, it's a small h. You want to put the small h because the capital H is the human antigen, which most of us have. The two small lowercase h's are considered the Bombay. Make sense? So we don't want to give them the capital H. They are the lower H because they have no human antigen. So let's put it on the screen. Let's get it started, y'all. Let's put it on the screen, chat. All right. Shout out to Original HD for paying attention in the chat, paying attention in the class. I hope one day he becomes a super fan and I'll be able to hook him up. You feel me? But he could become a fan and we still could keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and let me just get some images out real quick. Y'all know how I do. I'm working on it. By the way, that is, I want to let y'all know I'm talking low because of noise ordinance, okay? Talking low because of noise ordinance. So, I don't even know what to show first. Let's go here first. Now, this is what I don't understand, chat. I don't understand why they won't let me get everything inside the chat. Come on, give me that music. I need it. Hey, come on, we about to get started, chat. Y'all know how I do once y'all hear that music going. Hold on. Hey, come on. Y'all know how we do. Come on in. If you're human, come on in. We want to talk about the HH, and we're going to talk about the Bombay before we get down to the origins of the monkey gene. Come on in, ladies and gentlemen. Come on in, goddammit. If you're RH positive, get your ass on in here. If you're RH negative, get your ass on here. If you're the Bombay, come your ass on over here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you the RH no, you need to get your butt in here. Come on. Yeah. Tap that freaking screen, ladies and gentlemen. Tap that freaking screen. Y'all know how I be feeling. Y'all know I be getting in my emotions. Tap that freaking screen. Become a super fan and get one of them excavator teams. You heard me? Come on. Let's brand it, baby. Let's go. Tap that freaking screen. Hey. Tap that freaking screen, ladies and gentlemen. We about to get started. I need to see 1,000 in the chat. Share this video. Make sure you put it on your favorites. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. If you belong to me and I belong to you, sing along with me. I'm only human, flesh and blood. I'm made. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on in. Come on in. Only human. We're born to make mistakes. Come on in. All right, cut the music. Cut the music. Cut the music. Cut the music. All right, it's about to get serious in here. It's about to get serious in here. Do I have to bring that music back one more time? Hold on, one more time. Reverse that. I need it one more time for the chat. One more time from the beginning. From the beginning, one more time for the chat. Let's get warmed up for the humans. If you're A blood, let's get warmed up. If you the B plus, let's get warmed up. If you the O plus, let's get warmed up. If you the Bombay, let's get warmed up. Bars. Listen. Come on now. The origins of the monkey gene. You know your main man, SFA. I'm happy to present it this day. On this day, I am happy to present the origins of the monkey gene on this day. I'm going to say it one more time because I went over your head like an airplane. I am happy to present the origins of the monkey gene. No one understood about it, but there were some who knew about it. And they published the article. And I found it. I got the receipts. Let's go. Come on in. Come on in. Y'all know how we do. I gotta have my theme song. I gotta have my theme song in there first. Hold on. I can't get started until the theme song, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we bringing it out today. I got time for you. Come on. I'm only. Come on. Flesh and blood. I'm made. Come on, if you human and you made of flesh and blood, tap that screen. Human, yeah, born to make mistakes. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Cut it, cut it, cut it. Well, the Bombay is the cousins. That makes sense? There's a lot of clones out here now. And they don't have to be the Bombay to be a clone. They can clone. We did a video about it. We did a class about it. They can clone the RH positives. They can clone y'all, bro. So let's figure out how we get back to the original origins of everyone. Do you know that everyone was a pure blood? They're cousins with us. That's correct. And they can mate with us. That's correct. But they're not supposed to because they have an O blood too. But it's not the O blood human. It's the O blood Neanderthal. And today we're going to discuss it because it's called the Bombay. All right? The little H. You got me? It lacks it entirely. It lacks the H antigen entirely. One more time. I'm going to say it again for the class. I'm going to move to the side real quick. We talking about the Bombay right here. It's in the world. It's in Europe. It's in Asia. That's where it's from. And where's the Neanderthal from? And it lacks what? The OH antigen. But it is a H antigen, but it lacks the H entirely. It is not a human at all. Okay? The Bombay individuals cannot make A or B antigens regardless of their genes. They don't make the AB antigens. We do once we mix with them. We make the A and B antigens. And in these articles and all my personal research, all right, let me cite because I don't want to get flagged. Somebody tried to get me earlier. All right, here's my personal research. Okay, personal. I found more information. You know how I do. I got to have my own behind it. So I don't want to just let them do all the work. I want to add on to it for my own sake. You feel me? To keep my sanity. I got my own works. You get what I'm saying, chat? So it's always good to read books and find things out. And it's always good to publish your own things. Make sense? And like I always say, I record it or I write them in a book. All right? So before I get to any questions, they can't get blood. That's correct. Okay, I'm not even going to deal with it. He knows a lot. I don't know if it's a he or she. Not disrespecting you. I was looking at the picture. They know a lot. They've been in the chat. And you can definitely go to them about it right now in the chat while I break down the origins of the monkey gene. Because Original AZ knows the business. Shout out to you. Shout out to you for paying attention. All right, share that knowledge, okay? So here we go. The first thing I want you to know is the H antigen is the molecule required for producing the A and B antigens on the red blood cells, okay? So the H antigen, you must have that in order to have the A and B antigens. You must have it. Type O blood has the highest concentration of H antigen. The rare Bombay phenotype, small h's, lacks it entirely. Lacks the A and B as well. But when you mix with them, they create the A and the B blood types and the ABs. Make sense? Ooh, listen, when we're talking about the monkeys, no one was monkeys at first, not even the white people. I got the information right here. I'm trying to get to it. So before y'all start asking questions, can I get to it? Because everybody's asking questions, and I will answer all I have the answers. But you're going to get the answers from the class. You know what I'm saying? And we also have Original HZ in there knowing a lot about information. So y'all probably can pose the questions to them. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully he will be able to answer it properly in all segments of this video. So let's get into it. Before we get started, we have to prove who is the Bombay. I can't just tell you that the Bombays are the Neanderthals without the evidence. Make sense? My voice a little tart. So I have to present the evidence in order for you to know that is true. So let's present some evidence, okay? And then I'm going to tell you how the white person did not give you the monkey gene, but gave you the monkey gene. And other things as well. And they're not just the monkey. Because if you look on this article right here, look on the article. That's not a monkey. That's not a monkey. So, yeah, the white people didn't give you the monkey. But they gave you the monkey. And we're going to get down to it today. No one's supposed to have the monkey. See, the Bombays that belong to the Europeans and the Asians, they are universal donors as well for themselves. All right? So you say, well, how did we mix with them? And they're here today as humans, right? We're going to get to all those questions. But let's get to the article first so I can cite properly so we won't get flagged in the video. Make sense? So here we go. Let's cite this first, okay? I'm going to cite this from the Center of the National Institute of Health. Okay? I get most of my information from there. And sometimes I go to PubMed and other places. Science, genetic literacy projects. I go to places that's credible, right? Make sense? So let's talk about the Neanderthals and how I can prove through my own research using the NIH right there to back it up. So I already knew, but I couldn't convey it because I couldn't find the articles or the reports or the studies and research. But damn it, we found it. Okay, so let's start it off like this, okay? Yes, Neanderthals had Rh antigens on their red blood cells. Make sense? Possessing a unique, rare within the Rh systems that differ. Now listen to these words. Listen carefully. The Neanderthals differ from modern humans. That makes sense? That makes sense? That makes sense? That's the NIH. You can look it up. The Neanderthals differ from modern humans. Okay? So they do not have the H. Make sense? So let's keep going. A 2021 study revealed Neanderthals had a specific RHD allele. So let me stop right there. And they're restricted. So this is the thing. The Neanderthals were hominidae, which means hominids, right? But they were more like us. Were hominidae, which means hominids, right? But they were more like us. Type of us. So we know that the Neanderthals who are living today as the Bombays, which they openly admit, they look just like us, except they differ. So we have hands, we walk upright, and all these things, but they are different than us. And they are here, still living today. They are not extinct. They are here. We have found them. They are the Bombays, who lack the H entirely. And they are still living. So you cannot say that you are human if you lack the very thing that makes you human. Now, let's get it clear. It's not all Caucasians who have the Bombay today because they have African in their blood from the beginning of the Outer Africa theory. Make sense? And they also have American Indian in their blood of the H antigen from the beginning. That makes sense? So a lot of Europeans do not know that they belong to us. Make sense? They are part of our fold. We created them. Whether it been mother, through our resuscitation, there could be only one, or whether it been through father that created the sisters. Because they created two beings on one ability, which was called the sisters, when they finally made a mate happen. Because they are O and they are RH negative, they are not human RH negative. So when a human RH negative, which we all were, whether it been Africa or whether it been America, Australia, South America, wherever we were at, around the planet, millions of years ago, all melanated beings belong to the H. All of y'all. All Caucasians who are part of the modern human family belong to the H. Watch Jane Elliott. She'll tell you. She's a speaker, and she's openly, I think she's a doctor too as well, or a teacher or something like that. And she also openly admits that they come from the woman. I'm still out on the court on that. I'm still out on that. I'm still looking for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it came from women because I know that there can be only one. So I know a male Neanderthal, aka the Bombay, I know they could take one of our daughters and impregnate them. And we ain't have plan B back then. So yeah, they could have definitely put in the DNA in the blood, which caused the A and B antigen to start. And that's why the Africans differ from us, because they had children with the A bloods. I call them the A bloods because these type of Neanderthals, they created the A blood and the humans today in Africa. And Africa will tell you the AOO is one of their ancient blood types. It's the RHCE. And that's what separates us right there. Make sense? They shout out to that gift. They do have Neanderthal variants in them, but these variances do not cause an immune response. Make sense? They do not cause an immune response unless there's a problem with the pregnancy. Because whether it been a Bombay woman, whether it been a Denisovan woman, whether it been a human Homo sapien woman, whoever mixed, if that woman got a wound, open wound, and the child's fluids that's creating this baby, you women know better than me. I'm not a biologist, all right? I just do blood types, okay? But the baby was in the womb, and however it happens, this baby will destroy you if it gets cut, okay? It will destroy you. So you got to be careful, okay? It will destroy you. So on that note, nobody can mate with nobody, but only one time, because it's called RA sensitization after the first time. So a Bombay male can sleep with a human woman, right? And make a human O negative mixed with a Bombay O, creating an RH positive because of the alleles that start to go around the blood cells of the human child from the Bombay, which is non-human. Make sense? And creates AA. And the same thing happens with the denisovans from Siberia. Same thing, the land bridge. They mix with us, put something on the blood cell, and created the B blood. Make sense? They only call it the B because it's different than the Neanderthals up near the Germanic valleys and all these places versus the ones from Siberia. Make sense? These two kind of people are different. They're not the same. Watch my lives. Stay tuned. I'm always doing classes on this evidence. Okay? So I want to get that out the way first to let you know that the white person gave you a monkey, but it wasn't the type of monkey that created the monkey gene. Make sense? That makes sense? It's not It's not the type of antigens that they gave you to create the Rh immune response. Let me say it like that. The antigens that they gave you would not create a Rh immune response or hemolytic disease unless there was a problem during pregnancy for either woman. Make sense? So the first children from the Neanderthals were the sisters. You can Google this. The sisters were the first children made by the mixture of the African, of the H antigen. The Africans are the H antigen too. All right? So the mixture of the ancient H antigen, we're going to say H, which is the O, they mixed with the first Neanderthals and got something called the RACE. All right? And that RACE is what they use to say out of Africa. Make sense? Because what they were talking about was themselves. They were the first ones out of Africa mixed with the human. Make sense? That makes sense? So it is out of Africa. They showed us how they came out of Africa and went everywhere else. They showed us how they did it. And they were part of us. So it kind of was us because the children is what brought it. Make sense? The children was what brought it. It wasn't really them. That's why they are so low in numbers today. Maybe 700,000, maybe less. They live today. And some of them are us. So let's put that in half. Let's put that like 3/4. 65% of that 700,000 that's O negatives of the world, of the Caucasian race, really belongs to us. Make sense? And the rest, 400,000, belongs to the Bombays. Make sense? The Bombays. Okay? It belongs to the Bombays. So we proved with this article from National Institute of Health that yes, the Neanderthal had Rh antigens on their red blood cell. Forget my throat, y'all. Possessing a unique rare variant within the Rh system that differed, mind you, differed from most modern humans today. They differ from us today. They are not us. And they like to call themselves the cousins. Huh? Am I right? TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only and for educational purposes only. Okay? We do both. We have fun over here. So this right here tells you what's going on. So let's keep on going. A 2021 study revealed Neanderthals had a specific Rh allele and a group profile indicating a distinct Rh factor that was incompatible. Listen, they're telling you, I don't know how you guys aren't paying attention to class, which is incompatible with the Homo sapiens and the Denisovans. Screenshot that, chat. Screenshot it for your own information. Go ahead and get it. Go ahead and put the thumb up if you got the screenshot. Put the thumb up. If you got the screenshot, thumb it up. Thumb it up. Somebody thumb it up. If you got the screenshot. Yo, my arm get tight. Come on now. Somebody thumb it up. Who got the screenshot? All right, if you got it, you get it. You did, you missed it. All right? So it proves there that the Neanderthal from the Germanic Valley were different than the Neanderthals from South Asia. Make sense? All right, make sense? And the Homo sapien. Make sense? The three. You have the Neanderthals from the Caucasus Mountains. You have Neanderthals, which are considered hominids as well, from the Siberian Asian areas. And then you have us. Make sense? Okay, so now we all mix together like this, and now we have over 56 different types of us. And them. Right? Makes sense? But we only have 8 blood types of us. And 1 original O-negative blood type of the ancient human. Make sense? And they still have the ancient Neanderthal living today. Did that make sense? They're living today, okay? Thus said the National Institute of Health. I didn't say it. So, unique Rh variant. Neanderthals possess a distinct rare Rh variant, often cited as part of the RHD system. So they tell you it's part of the system, but it doesn't cause an immune response. It's different. It won't cause it, okay? It causes a distinct Rh antigen, but not an immune response. So we have to cover this first so I can prove that the Caucasian is not responsible genetically for giving you the RHD, but is still responsible for giving you the RHD. And we're going to get to it if you got time to learn. I want you to learn this information. So next time you see a Caucasian, or next time you hear somebody saying they gave us the monkey DNA, the apes, they do come from an ape hominidae ancestry. But once mixing with us, it changed their whole DNA profile. Make sense? Make sense? And they are what's considered modern humans today. And us too, that mix with them. Make sense? We have the ancient ones. And we have the modern. I'm going to say it again. We have the ancient ones. And we have the modern. So the Bombays are ancient as well. These two are ancient. They are both O negatives, but different types of O negatives. Make sense? Okay, let's keep going. So now, we know that they had a different type of DNA. And it's largely, and listen to this. Chat, it's right here, chat. It's largely extinct. I'm not saying that. Am I saying it right? Hold up. It's largely absent. It's absent. I can't see it, chat. It's absent from modern humans, except in rare instances. Except in rare instances. Yeah, they didn't give you the monkey. They didn't give it to you. They changed your blood type into the A and B, but they didn't give you the monkey. They changed your blood type because they were hominids. So they changed you, right? But that's not the monkey gene that we talk about today. They gave you that genetically, but that's not what's causing the immune responses in the world today. That's not what's causing that. All right? I'm getting down to the bottom of what causes hemolytic disease risk. All right? All of us had a hemolytic disease risk. All of us in the beginning, okay? The incompatibility with the sapiens, okay? The unique Rh antigens was incompatible with the blood types. The chat, this is the chat. This is the National Institute of Health. All right? It was incompatible with the blood types of the Homo sapiens and the Denisovans. You know why? Because America of the O was mixing with the Denisovans for decades and centuries. Ka. All right? Not BCE. Ka. Been mixing with the Denisovans and creating what was known as the B bloods. And that thing spread widely for a long time. And up in the other areas of Africa, we had the different kind of Neanderthal, which changed our blood group to A, mixing with the Africans over there. That they call Africans today. They're not Africans, they're the humans, okay? But since they gave them a name, I have to give you the name so you can know the demographics, all right? Make sure you tap that screen, chat. All right, so hemolytic disease is within all families because they were, the Bombays were, and the Neanderthals were incompatible with the humans, okay? So there could be only one when we had a baby. Make sense? Because the mother would create RA resuscitation. And it would not allow that baby to be created as a Bombay anymore. It would now make the baby a old human, aka modern human mulatto mix. Make sense? So a lot of the Europeans are humans from us. They just carry the Bombay phenotype because they're half. They're mixed. The white people talking about one drop rule. You get what I'm saying? They talk about the one drop rule, but y'all mix. So when we gonna add the one drop rule on you? Because at the end of the day, black just means pale. So a lot of you people that's saying black, you don't even know that means pale, okay? So they know they were black, but they were pale. And they had the same problems as the O negatives humans. And they do not carry compatibility with us. There could be only one. Make sense? So it says, the risk of incompatibility likely cause meta-noformum fetal. Chat. 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 Take that down, chat. Screenshot that, chat. Don't get me saying these words, chat. Hold on. Here you go, chat. Don't get me saying these words, chat. Because I'm going to tell you, I am not proficient in saying these words correctly. So please bear with me as I attempt to say what's being said. It looks like it says meta-noformum fetal. RH incompatibility. It messed the baby up in most cases. And like I told you, if there was complications in the pregnancy, the antibodies of the human woman or the antibodies of the Bombay woman would destroy the human baby and destroy also the H antigen would destroy the Bombay baby if there was any type of leakage from that baby's blood. Make sense? Or fluids from that baby. The baby could just urinate its own Bombay RH antigens, and the mother would automatically, after having the first one, create what's known as the RH resuscitation. The eleutherocytes tracker, what we call mRNA DNA today, the DNA, what does it say, the messenger DNA. So we, as the humans of the O, had a messenger antibodies that would, you know what I'm saying, destroy anything that was not us, and as the RH negatives do it today. Make sense? So through this, the Neanderthal mother's immune system could attack the red blood cells of a fetus served by a Homo sapien or a Denisovan. Y'all got that? Shout out to the donations. Y'all got that? See? Screenshot that, chat. That's for free. Screenshot that. So I prove to you the Neanderthals are not responsible for the monkey gene by genetics, but they are responsible for the monkey gene, and we about to dive into it. Before we go there, hold on, one more thing, chat, one more thing. I want you to know, most of us are what's called a wheat D in America, because we are creating more O's, and we are weeding out the Bombay antigens, as well as the clone monkey gene. Make sense? Make sense? So, in this article, they do not reveal everything that John Baptiste did. But guess what? The main massive A did. The main massive A got down to the, look at that, chat. I got it, chat. The main massive A got down to the meat rack. And I found out what they were doing. I found out how we got the RH antigens. So let's go. Let's get into it, chat. I'm about to blow your mind with this. You won't even be, if you haven't been paying attention to the channel and you're new here, make sure you press the follow. Make sure you go ahead and check that profile and go ahead and follow that channel as well, because most of my lives will be over there on that channel, okay? If you missed it over here. So let's go. Genetic Literacy Project, Science Ideology. Y'all got that? Go ahead and screenshot that. I want y'all to screenshot that. So then y'all can go and grab it for yourself. And then you can study to show yourself approved. This is, I'm giving it to you. Your teacher is giving it to you to take home. Make sure you get it. I'm giving you this to take home and study. Yeah, so next time you come back to the live, we may have a question for you. All right, so here we go. This article is ape to human, pig to human blood donations. Could ancestral transfusions work? David Warmfresh. This was published in January 2025, January 25th, 2016. Make sense? So let's go into it. in this article, it's talking about the blood types. It's talking about a guy named a French physician named Jean Baptiste. So let me give you a little bit of intro on this before we get all the way. It's going to take a little time, so I hope you guys have enough time to get down to the meat racks. Okay? Would you accept transfusion of blood products from a chimpanzee or a gorilla? Now, I want you to keep in mind what I'm saying to you. They said, would you accept blood products from a chimpanzee or a gorilla? Now, why would they be asking you a question like that, chat? We smart in the chat, right? Why would they be asking a question like that? You know who we dealing with. Why would they ask you a question, would you be willing to take blood from a chimpanzee or a gorilla? Let's keep going. Right? It says, what about a pig? What about a pig? All right? One person did back in 1667. Now I'm going to say this. They said one person. In the 1600s, really? One person? During slavery? One person, really? One? Just one. We're going to let that one slide, right? So they said one person did take the transfusion from a lamb. It was a 15-year-old boy, human boy. Now, why would they use the word human? See, y'all be missing all these Jews. Y'all be missing all the Jews. Why would they use the word human boy? Now, isn't everybody human? Why would they say human boy? I thought everybody was human. You invite me to co-host. I don't even know what that means, but let's see what happens.
Hi.
I'm gonna continue my class. All right? Are we doing a battle?
It's okay. You continue to your team. It's okay. Have a good night.
We were at John Baptist.
Yeah. Bye. Talk to your chat, please. Yeah.
See you later. So yeah, that's why I don't join those things. Yeah, that was kind of weird. All right, so anyway, let's get back into it, chat. So it said, chimpanzee, would you take blood from chimpanzee or a gorilla? What about a pig? All right, one person did back in 1667 when French physician Jean Baptiste Denis successfully transfused blood from a lamb into a 15-year-old human boy. So keyword human boy. Keyword human boy. All right. So why would they use the word human? Because they were not the humans. They were the Bombays. That's why they said they put blood into a human boy. Yeah. They didn't. They made it clear. They made sure they specified a human boy. Okay. They made sure they specified that. And that went right over your head. Oh, everybody's human. That's funny because they not. They not. They don't have none of this. And they don't have the age. They don't. The person that came up just now probably was a Bombay. We never know. Because it's of their race. Okay? That probably was a Bombay. You probably got a good look at what Bombays look like. And she was kind of attractive. So you telling me that the humans wouldn't have made it with a Bombay non-human like that? You telling me you wouldn't have did it? If you were single and she was trying to throw you some vibes, you would have took that? That's of the Denisovans race, if I'm right. She looked like an Asian. All right? So that's of the Denisovans. So would you or would you not? We do not know if she has the A, B, or AB antigen, but we have to assume that maybe she doesn't. Because we know that it comes from them. Yeah? No disrespect. She looked beautiful. All right? But she could be of the Bombays. She could be of the non-humans. They have the phenotype of us, but they are not us. That makes sense? All right, so let's keep going. So they injected this lamb into a human boy, and he did live, okay? He lived. He lived, ladies and gentlemen. All right? He lived. And he kept spreading that lamb into people that when he got older, the human boy, what did he do? Make children, right? And those children make more children. We're talking about 1667. So we know in the modern human population, there's lamb. Can we agree on that? Can we agree there's lamb in our blood now? Somebody got the lamb. Is that what they call it, the lost sheep? Is that why we have the human eyes where you see humans? They call it the glare or whatever. The film when you can see their eyes glowing and everybody else's eyes ain't glowing. That's what it is. It's an animal antigen that was injected into you and they put it into the RA system. Make sense? Those things right there is what's causing the immune responses. Let's keep on going. So no longer after that, they still did it, okay? And the people of France was like, that's it. We're not gonna do it. We don't want you doing it no more, okay? And they were just trying to introduce how that these monkeys and all these different primates could help in solving diseases. So they thought that diseases what was causing people to get sick. And they started taking animals like pigs, calves. I gave you the article so you can read it yourself. All right, I'm just going to talk about it. Let me give you the article again. There it is. Go ahead and get it. And you can always read it yourself. All right, I'm just going to talk about it. All right, I don't need to read it again. I know all about it. So what they did was they started transfusing dogs. They started transfusing all kind of things. And then they started wanting to go to the apes, like the chimpanzee, the gorilla, and the rhesus monkey up in India, right? Makes sense? And they call this thing exotransfusion. Now, let's get past all that because during the 1600s all the way to the 1900s, this was going on illegally. I want to remind you that it was going on illegally because France said, that's it. No more putting animals in humans because y'all losing too many humans behind it. Done deal. Whoever got these animals in them, leave them with that. That's done, right? And they left them to mutate the population of the Europeans. Make sense? Make sense? So while they were mutating their own populations, the John Baptiste left and went into Africa. Make sense? He went to Africa. So I'm going to go ahead and pass all this up because I gave you guys the article and you can get it yourself. All right? And now here it is, my studies, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, yes, they did infuse animal bloods into humans, creating the Rh response. And the reason why you have the monkey gene today is because John Baptiste did not listen to France and went into these other countries that they conquered. And wouldn't you know what he did? All right? He was putting dog in human DNA. I do mean dog blood. All right? This article is about ape to human, pig to human DNA, and how you got the monkey gene today. Because humans were not born with the monkey gene. The H antigen did not start out with the monkey gene, and neither did the Bombay. The Bombay started out with its own type of hominid genes, and it was not considered the monkey gene. It was an ape gene. So they were mostly apes. They were like an ape type. Make sense? They were not the apes, but they were ape type. You just seen that woman, and she's of the Asiatic persuasion, and those are what's known as the Denisovans. That makes sense? They actually share DNA with Denisovans. So she would be an image of what the Denisovan women would have looked like. So I'm glad she came up to profile herself, and then she said, oh, I gotta go. All right? So she was what the Denisovan women looked like at the time. And she got her butt up out of it. But she was attractive. And you telling me the human wouldn't have made it with something like that? You get what I'm saying? Most definitely. Right? Make sense? So that's how we got the different mixture today. Because of three. There was the Denisovans of the Asiatic woman that showed up. There was the European of the Neanderthals. And there was us of the world. Make sense? Make sense? So let's get to it. So yes, John Baptiste of the Bombay blood type did inject blood into humans, as they said. And they injected dogs. They injected sheep. They injected calves. And they injected this into humans for experimental times during transfusions in the 17th century. Now listen, France told them it was banned. But in the 17th century, they were still doing it. French physician John Baptiste Denis performed his first documented animal transfusion, animal to human, I do mean animal to human, in 1967, leading to severe reactions and eventually banned on the practice. This was found on Wikipedia, ladies and gentlemen. It's easy to find, okay? In initial experiments in 1665 to 1667, following successful dog-to-dog transfusions by Richard Lower, Doctors experimented with animals' blood to treat human illnesses. All right, believing it could transfer vigor or cure madness. Make sense? All right, this is what they did. This is my own studies, and it is true because I got it from the source. Okay, so the results were some recipients initially survived. So listen, before we go further, chat, before we go further, some initially survived. That makes sense? They survived. All right, and they passed on the dog. They passed on the sheep, the lost sheep. Is that what they call y'all, the lost sheep? They passed on the dog. They passed on the sheep. They passed on the calf. And now they passing on the pig. And they also passing on other things. And we're going to get down to it. This is what John Baptiste was doing to different populations all the way up until the 1900s. John Baptiste is the reason we have monkey in the blood today. Because the Neanderthals were apes, not monkeys. Okay? So we know we had ape. All right? A lot of us, they said, shared DNA with the apes. I guess we all were part of the human family one time or another. Make sense? And we all had some type of ape type of DNA coming in from the human Homo sapiens and from the Bombays. We just had a different type of ape. We were the human ones. We didn't have the hominidae. We just separated ourselves. We were humans. And they were the hominidaes, but they looked just like us. You seen her. She looked just like us. But she had different skin, different eyes. They slanty a little bit. Her hair was thinner. Her skin was, her head was, she looked different. But they look the same. We have hands. We have eyes, nose, mouth, that. Right? Makes sense? So they carry the phenotype, but they do not carry the genotype. This is going for anyone who is not of the H antigen and melanated. They do have their own H antigen. So when you hear Europeans saying we are the most highest and O negative, they only talking about the Bombays. They only talking about the Bombays. The ones who are not human. They are the cousins. Make sense? They tell you themselves. You can Google it. Do the white people come from Neanderthals? And now they're mixed with the humans. If they only have so-called 4%, if that woman only had so-called 4%, so-called, right? And if she wasn't the Bombay and she had 4%, then 4%, then she must have the rest of the percent of the human. And why does she have melanation? We just have to ask that question. We have to ask that question. All right, we must pose that question. Because if a Bombay mixes with human, as half Bombay, half human, the more you mix with Bombay, the more you get. The more you mix with human, the more you get. So if you mix with human more, won't you be darker? Won't you be darker? The more you mix with human, the more melanation you get. The less you mix with human, the less melanation you get. Make sense? Make sense? So let's keep going. So we know that, hold up, gotta pull the Malcolms out, chat. Gotta pull the Malcolms out. So we know, while some recipients did survive, they often suffer severe reactions, including fever, black urine, kidney failure, due to the immune system attacking the foreign blood. So not everybody survived. Not everybody died. They had sicknesses, but they were able to reproduce and pass these animals on into the human race. Okay? We're talking about dogs, sheep, calves, and pigs now. And now we're going to get down to the bottom of how we got the apes, okay? We know we got a certain kind of ape from the Neanderthal and the Denisovans. From them, we know we got a certain kind of mix. But let's get into it, all right? So they banned it, right? Following the death of patients and subsequently legal battles, the French government banned animal to human blood transfusions during 1670. Now, how the hell are they still doing it today? How they still doing it? When you read that article, it's going to tell you that they're doing it today. So it was banned in France, but not in America. It was banned in France, but not in Africa. It was banned in France, but not in Australia. Hey, they've been doing it for a minute. The Bombays, I believe, the Neanderthal race that's still living, been doing it for a minute because we're talking about syphilis injections, trying it out, experiments, the herpes, the AIDS that were given to the ancient Africans. All right, so we know all of the, even now today, we can say the COVID injections and the flu injections, they're still experimental and they're still giving them to the humans right now today, right? So, following the death, they banned it in 1670. The science, these and later experiments in the 19th century. Now they banned it in the 16th, but they're saying we got experiments in the 19th century showed, listen to this, that while small amounts might not immediately kill, foreign red blood cells generally clump together and break down, making it highly, wait a minute. That made no sense. But they're giving small amounts in the 19th century. It was banned in the 1600s, but guess what? Here we are in the 1900s, and they're still giving out the monkey gene. They're still giving it out. They're still giving out the RH antigens. They're still giving it out the RH antigens, ladies and gentlemen. They've been injecting that shit for a minute. Y'all thinking y'all got it was an ancestral thing. No. They talking about, oh, you transformed from the monkey and came to the human. No, they gave you the monkey. They gave you the monkey. I'm sorry. All right. Now, first transfusion was in 1667. We got that, right? The doctors hoped that they could cure illnesses and diseases, right? That's why they were doing it. They just thought, if I put a dog in a human, oh, he's going to feel a lot better. What kind of Neanderthal thinking? If I give him some sheep, he's going to be good. What kind of Neanderthal thinking was that, Bombay? If I just give him a little bit of this calf, he going to make it. If I let him get some calf blood, he going to be all right. Matter of fact, inject that dude with some pig and some German Shepherd. He gonna make it. He gonna stop acting up. I'm gonna give him some dog. He gonna be all right. He gonna bow, calm down, Fido. Huh? He gonna kneel. How they say it? Heal. Maybe if I give him some dog DNA, he's gonna heal. Maybe if you give him some dog DNA, he's gonna be violent. Maybe that. Maybe if you give him some dog DNA, he's going to be a horny whoremonger. Could that be the reason why a lot of these men and women around here just doing it in every which way? Could that be one of the reasons? Because we know that dogs, when they get in heat, they start wanting to pumpy pump. Could this be the reason why some humans choose to kiss up and lay up with animals? Could that be the reason, chat? Chat, could that be the reason? Let's switch this up, all right? Get that. Go ahead, get that. Violation. Somebody hating. All right, chat. Yeah, somebody hating, chat. We get this every live, so we know that this is somebody trying to destroy my life, trying to stop my progress, and I got a good idea who it is because I didn't start seeing violations come up until this one person showed up and came in with some bull crap, and now every day I'm seeing this. But you know what? This is all educational purpose only. We have properly cited these papers, so there's no misinformation here, and there's no disrespect going on in here. TikTok is watching, and if it was wrong, I will be banned. Make sense? So you can keep on trying. It ain't gonna work. So let's go. Yes, blood from calves and other animals like lambs was injected into the humans during the 17th century. Didn't they just say it was, hold on. Let's go back. Didn't they say it was banned? Didn't they just say it was banned in the 1670s? And here it is saying these are later experiments in the 19th century. Did y'all read this with me, chat? It was banned. Listen to this. Chat, I got the article, chat. Hold on, chat. Chat, it was banned. That's probably one of them monkey genes right now messing around. All right? So the ban, following the death of patients and subsequent legal battles, the French government banned animal to human blood transfusions in 1670. Banned it. But here we are in the 19th century still doing experiments. Here we are over here. And it says right here, hold on. They banned it in 1670, right? But yet here it is, it says right here, yes, blood from calves and other animals like lambs was injected to humans during the 17th century. What are you talking about? They didn't listen. They didn't listen. They were still experimenting with animals. Okay? And when you go into back into the article, I just want to get that part out. These guys were still experimenting, and they believed introducing pure animal blood into humans, but it was generally dangerous, but they believed by doing this, it can help people. And they also said, yes, pig blood components and organs have been used. Pig blood animals and components have been used. Chat? What do we say then, chat? What do we say then? It has been used. What do we say then, chat? What do we say? It's been used. Right? So we know that they're using pig on humans right now. Could this be the reason why we have the 2,000 pound sister and brother who can't get out the house? Could that be the reason why we got so much obesity in our generation? Because some of us may carry that pig gene of greed? Could that be a reason? Because we know now that they have been using them. They've been using pig blood components and organs have been used with human patients, particularly in the modern, highly controlled or experimental settings, survive for periods of time. Ladies and gentlemen, they don't tell you how long, do they? But they survive. They survive. So we know that there's people running around here who have pig in their blood. We know there's people running around here who have dog in their blood. We know that there's people running around here who have lamb in their blood, the lost sheep. We know there's people who running around now who have cows in their blood right now. Could that be the reason why we love to drink milk? Could this be an instinctive thing? Because we ain't gonna be drinking no milk, but we love drinking it. Could it be the calf? Could this be the reason why some humans have the glowing eyes? Because they have animal blood? They have the animal in them, and they don't even know that's the animal, because they clearly say humans do not have animal eyes. So we know that John Baptiste is responsible for these immunogenic RHD antigens, right? So let's get into how he gave you the chimpanzee, the gorilla, and everything else. Let's get into that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into that. But before we do, let's finish this off. Historical attempts, early 1900s. Didn't they just say it was banned in the 16s? They just keep putting it back out there, chat. It was banned. But they do 1900s, 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, we did it. It's banned. How y'all? It's banned, chat. It's banned. Now, we do have some antigens from the Bombay, even though they are O negative and they do not carry the human antigen, they do not give you any of their antigens, really. They give you like a little segment of it. All right? So that's why they say 3 to 4%. That's really us, right? So we have to understand that the people of America on this side, we have something called the RHD clone antigen, and it's because of them injecting animal blood, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. All right, they were injecting animal blood, and that's why we do have it. Okay, we wasn't supposed to have it; they gave it to us. Okay, so we do have some antigens that's from apes, from the mixtures of the Denisovans and the mixtures of the Europeans. Make sense? Because you guys belong to the hominids, your ancestors. And until you mix with us, you weren't human. Okay, so the RHD and the Africans have what's called the RACE. So over here on this side, from the Denisovans, that Asian woman that you just seen, the Asiatics, we have something called the RHD from the Siberian land bridge. And the Africans coming down from South Africa, they was coming down to South Africa, or maybe South Africa was up that way, who knows? The Neanderthals somehow found ways to the African of South Africa, and they created what is known as the RACE, and they labeled that the Outer Africa theory. Make sense? So now, us today, we have the RHD, little c, little e, which makes most of us in America the weak D. We don't have that much animal antigens. We just don't. We have more O. We just don't. Okay? We just don't. We wasn't over there. The Africans, I guess, they are reproducing at a large rate and actually putting that animal DNA and that Neanderthal DNA all over the place. Makes sense? Within billions of, and especially in Asia, we talking about billions, or we're talking about millions, hundreds of millions, right? So they have what's known as a clone antigens from the injections that were made during the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, and still now today, the 1900s. So a lot of you guys have animal antigens. If you are not O negative, it's a possibility that you may have some type of animal antigen, or you definitely have the Neanderthal or the Denisovan of the A or B blood group, because you become an A and B when you mix with one of them. You become A when you mix with Neanderthal. You become B when you mix with the Denisovan, and then y'all mix together and start making A, O, B, O, B, A, and all this. Everything. Make sense, chat? Okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. So I just want to let you know. They are the reason why you have the monkey gene. It wasn't an inherited thing from the humans. We did not inherit that. It was given to us by John Baptiste and his crew. He is no longer with us. He got away. All right, John Baptiste and his crew injected all type of animal antigens and blood into humans all around wherever he was at. Makes sense? Makes sense? Wherever he was at, he did it, okay? That makes sense, chat? Wherever he at, he did it. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. So I'm trying to show you where we know he injected them gorillas and monkeys. So he said, let's finish this off. It's a lot. It's a lot here. It's a lot. I'm trying to get to the point, okay? It's a lot here, y'all. Y'all got it, chat. Y'all got the article. Let me give it to y'all, okay? Again, let me give y'all the article again. Just in case y'all need to go ahead and look for yourselves later on. There it is. I got the receipts. So you can keep pressing restriction and all that. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. So let's just blood product efficiency. Maybe this might be it. This might be it right here. Hold on. So what they're saying is they wanted to use other animals because they couldn't find O negatives. So they wanted to use other animals to help with the blood transfusions because they knew that they thought that that would be better. So they checked the primates and they found out that the primates had the same O. Like they found out primates were still like us too with O, A, and B. How is that? So my question is, were the Neanderthals sleeping with the primates? Because how the hell did the primates get the A, B, and the O? How they get it? How they get the ABO but do not have a human antigen? Were the Neanderthals sleeping with them as well? Because we see a lot of y'all hanging around them. We don't know, buddy. All right, we don't know. So I'm trying to get to this point where they're saying something about the gorillas. Hold on. Where is it at? Don't try to escape me. All right, we're gonna get down to it, chat. Hold on, chat. We're gonna get down to it, chat. Hang on, chat. I gotta get it right, chat. I gotta get it right. Where is it? Because when you look for something, you can't never find it. It's in here. Where he openly admits. Well, you guys have the article, so he openly admits that they did this shit. Hold on. Oh, here we go. It says all of this means that humans can be ABO and RH matched for blood products from a monkey. You see that? Did you just see what they just said? They said all this means that humans of the ABO, all of us, can be a match for blood products from a monkey. Now tell me how they know that. Somebody in chat. How they know that, chat? Tell me, chat. How they know we could get monkey in our blood? How they know? Chat, how do they know? How does that all that mean? How they know that? Because they did it. TikTok. Entertainment purposes only. Y'all don't be doing some buffoonery. But I mean, come on, we gotta use our common sense. They must have did it right here, chat. They talk about all this means that humans can take monkey blood. How they know? How they even know? All right? How they even know? And even better, this is what they even go on to say. They even go on to say, even better, great apes such as gorillas or chimpanzees who are closer to us on the evolutionary tree than monkeys. When they say us, who you think they talking about? They ain't talking about black people. Y'all keep missing the whole wording. Let's say it again so you can understand, chat. We're not dogging you white people. Listen, you guys y'all in charge. Y'all mixed with us. Y'all got greater. Thank God it's the humans on the top of the planet right now. All right, we grateful that y'all humans. We not mad at no shit like that. We know you the humans now. A lot of y'all not, but we don't know who running the Great Pyramids. We don't know yet. Yeah, and we just found out about the Epstein files. Could this be the reason why a lot of things was going on in the Epstein files that was really weird? Could it be the reason why this is happening? They have dog DNA, lamb, cow, monkey, ape. I mean, could this be the reason why some of these heinous crimes and some of these sex acts are being created on animals? Could this be the reason here? So it says again, all this means that humans can be, hold up, y'all. That humans can be ABO match for blood products from monkeys, or even better, great apes such as gorillas or chimpanzees who are closer to us on the evolutionary tree. And since the ABO and the RH antigens are most critical factors to match to avoid fatal transfusion reaction, this means that exotransplantation from apes is feasible. Theoretically. You think the non-human cousins give a damn about giving you some ape when they already the apes? I'm just asking you, do you think that? I'm not saying that's what they're doing, chat. I don't know. TikTok, I don't know. But, I could use my own imagination. All right? I could use my own imagination. And could it be the reason why some people are trying to press the restricted button on me? Because they got that monkey gene and they gotta be mischievous? Could it be the reason why? Because that monkey gene? Could that be it, buddy? You got too much monkey gene and you gotta be acting like like one of the Reese's monkeys. We know they bad. We know they be starting mad shit. Could it be the reason why? Because you got too much of that Reese's monkey and now you gotta come over here and every time I do a live, I gotta get one of those as soon as you start joining. As soon as I seen you on one of my videos. Now every time I go live, I see that. You stalking me, buddy. Hi. I'm still here. I'm on your ass. Yeah, I am. I'm not running. We're fighting. Yeah. We're going to get you, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to bring that to you real quick, chat. All right. The origins of the monkey gene came from John Baptiste and all of these scientists and doctors who are experimenting with animal human transfusion and transplantation. It's called, excuse me. It is called xenotransfusion. Xenotransfusion. So what they say in this article is, am I right where I'm at? Am I the right way? What they say in this article is, they're saying, if we told you that we were using animal products on you, would you let us? Chat, I have to ask you. I'm asking y'all in the chat. I'm taking questions. All right, we got down to the bottom of it. We know the white man gave us a monkey gene through injection. We were not inherently getting monkey genes. And now we have become what's known as a variant of a human. A lot of us are variants of humans. Excuse me. If you have the A and B antigen and the AB and the RH positive, you have become what's known as a variant. Okay? And it's not your fault. It is John Baptiste's fault. He's not alive anymore. We can't get him. But even in the 1900s, they're still doing it today, using xenotransfusion. For transplants, some people still living off that. Animal transplants, okay? They're using animal transplants. They said it. They're telling you. So listen, if I tell you that you shouldn't trust me around your money, let's say I come to your house, you got like $30,000 on the table. And I say, yo, my mans, put that money up, bro. Put that money up, because, man, whew, I don't want to start getting sticky fingers, right? If I tell you that, and you don't put that money up, is it my fault that I sticky finger some of that money? I did tell you. Is it my fault I cuffed about $600-700? Is that my fault? Is it? I did tell you I was going to get sticky fingers, and you didn't put it up. So if they tell you they're using animal products, if they tell you they're doing animal transplantations from the 1600s even to the 1900s, if they tell you that they're injecting animal blood into your ass, shout out for the donations. If they tell you they're injecting animal blood into your butt box, you go get an injection, of an experimental injection, and you don't actually know. Yo, it's late, buddy. Lay it down, buddy. Okay, listen, we live. I don't need to hear it. I hear you back there. Take it easy. All right, so if I tell you that I'm gonna give you this animal blood as experimentation, but I make it in a way where you won't know it's animal blood. Let's say, oh, sir, you're very sick. We don't know what to do. We're gonna have to try some experimental medicines to see if it works. I come at you like that. Let's say I come at you like, listen, we have to try some experimental medicines. It's a vaccine that we created. It's made to stop most of these things that you're suffering from. We're not 100% sure that it's going to work, but it is a vaccine that we created to see if it will stop the problem that you're having. You have a problem with psychosis, and we have created a vaccine that will help you. Sign this paper, and I'm going to give you this vaccine. This is a vaccine just saying that we're going to give you this medicine to help you with your psychosis. All right. It's just called amino alaminino, right? Now, they tell you this, but they're not telling you what's in the vaccine because they're using all these different words that you don't know what they mean. And they always hit you right before it's time for you to get the procedure. They don't give it to you a week before and say, study it, check it out, see if you want to take some monkey gene. Oh, I need to take a picture of that. I missed it. Shout out to that. Shout out to that hat. I tried to catch it, chat, but I get it in the live. Shout out to you. Shout out to you for the donations. If they tell you that they're going to give you this vaccine that they created, and it's made of chimpanzee, and you don't know because you're the O and so is this chimpanzee, or you're the A and so is this chimpanzee, or you're the B and so is this chimpanzee, and they give you this blood from the chimpanzee, which is under the guise of a vaccine, and you say yes and sign the paper, you just got experimented on. And now you carry a monkey gene which creates an immune response. And unless somebody else has the same exact injection that you got, or if they were experimenting with something else, it's going to create hemolytic disease because lambs and chimpanzees don't get along. Make sense? So if you got the RH positive, it is John Baptiste and all his scientific experiments that's still happening today. It's their fault. It's their fault, chat. We never supposed to have it, chat. I feel sick, chat. I feel sick, chat. I don't feel too good about it, chat. Let's go to the comment section. We got Roro. Roro saying, so you saying if you got the jab, you have S-team reptilian DNA. I'm not saying that, but it's a possibility. Make sense? Make sense? I'm not saying that's what's happening, but it's right at this point, after seeing this right here, after reading this, it's a possibility. You may have a little bit of everything. That makes sense? You might just have it. You feel me? We don't know no more. Nobody knows, okay? We don't know. You might start getting some scales in your neck. Your eyes might start clicking. We don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Could that be the reason why we got some reptilians around here? Did they stick them with the crocodile blood? We don't know, chat. We don't know. Did they make a crocodile vaccine and now these cats transforming and all this, and we thinking they aliens and shit, and they just got some crocodile DNA? Could that be the problem, chat? Could that be the situation? Could they just be humans wearing masks because they don't know why they look like a crocodile? Because they don't know somebody took the test and became one of them because of the Bombay right here, chat. Look, chat. They not us, chat. Take that screenshot. They not us. So why would they care about consuming, the human? Why would they care? They're not human. So these are just hypothetical questions. I'm not sitting here saying that the Bombays are eating humans. I'm not saying that. But we do have instances where people eat each other. We do have instances where some people drink the blood. of humans. We do have instances where they are injecting lamb into the blood of humans. We have instances. We have instances, chat. So it's really up in the air at this point, chat. It's up in the air of who has what. It's up in the air, chat. It's up in the air. Who has what? Okay? Go ahead and get that shot. Go ahead. All right? The Bombay does not carry the H antigen. It is not of the human beings. And they are here today. All right? So I'm going to open up questions for the chat. If y'all have any questions before I get out of here, if y'all have any comments before I get out of here, make sure y'all follow my channel. Make sure y'all go into the profile and follow that channel because this live is going to be over there. Maybe like next week. Yo, all my lives are over there. So if you want to get the lives because you missed it and you want to get some information from the class, let's say you missed class, you can go to that channel and review what was done. I think it'll be called the xenotransfusion in the 1900s. I think I'll call it that, and you guys can go ahead and look at that live of the xenotransfusion of the 1900s. And let me write that down so I can make sure I pump it that way. So when you do go to that channel and subscribe, thank you for the donations. I appreciate you, boss lady. So when you do go to that channel and subscribe, you will be able to link this live over there, okay? So we're going to call it xenotransfusions of... What I called it again? Xenotransfusion of the animals. Wait, what did I call it, chat? I forgot that fast, chat. Y'all remember, chat? Do y'all remember? Shout out to the gold medal. Do y'all remember that? What did I call it? I said xenotransfusion of the ape gene. I don't know what I called it, chat. But I know you know what I'm gonna call it? Know what I'm gonna call it? I'm just gonna call it xenotransfusions of the Homo sapiens. Can we call it that? Can we get a good title? Homo sapiens xenotransfusions of the Homo sapiens. I don't know. What do we call it, chat? We want to keep it clean, so I want to make sure you guys know where to find it at. So I think I'll just call it xenotransfusions from the Bombays. All right, I'll just call that xenotransfusions. I don't know what to call it. I'll work it out. But you're gonna see xenotransfusions on there. So when you go over there looking for this live, it's going to say xenotransfusions over there. Make sense? You're going to see xenotransfusion, and whatever I put on the end, I got to keep it clean. I'm going to go ahead and drop that over there. Let me make that a marker. I'm going to put this lecture over there so you guys can go back and review it. So if you want to watch this live and get the articles, and you even just, stand on some business, maybe record it. Maybe take some information from it. Download the article and have it for yourself. Put your own files. Create your own files so you can know for yourself. All right? So if there's any more questions that I have to answer, I will be more than happy to answer them if I can. If you guys want to add any more information onto the chat, we can do it right now is the time. And we can, before we head out. All right? Before we head out, we know now the monkey gene was given to us for John Baptiste during the 1670s to the human boy, and now we have it. It's still being done. Shout out to the donation. Shout out to you, boss lady. It's still being done today in the 1900s through using pigs and possibly chimps and gorillas and monkeys, possibly. We can't say for a fact because we don't know. But we do know that we are signing papers for them to give us all kind of injections. And how do we know that they're not synthesizing something and putting some gorilla in you just to see what's going on? You all right? What if they put some chimpanzee in you? What if they put some crocodile in your butt? What if they did that? How would you know? What if they put the crocodile in you? You get what I'm saying? We do have people who have reptilian type skin and their eyes are changing reptilians and all kind of things of that nature. Are you finished with your thing? Okay. So we do know for a fact that these things are going on. So we don't know exactly what's going on in the human bloodline anymore. But we do know one thing. We were all universal donors at once. We do know one thing. We all carry the H antigen of the humans and the modern humans. We do know that. And we also know that there are people out here who do not carry the HH. They carry the small h. And they are called the Bombays. Let me get out the way. Hold on. They are called the Bombays. See, the Bombays have a phenotype. See, National Institute of Health right there. See that? National Institute of Health. Chat. I get all my information from them. They the doctors. They say the Bombay has a human phenotype. If you know anything about phenotypes and genotypes, you know that they look like us, but they are not us. Make sense? Make sense? So when Kendrick dropped, they are not like us. They're not like us. He was telling you something. Kendrick was telling you something. And they know it. It's not a disrespect. It's not a disrespect because we are living amongst the Neanderthals. How is that disrespect? We've been doing it for centuries. We just didn't know. That's it. We didn't know. So why is it a problem now? We know the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all for coming back to the live. We definitely... Oh, hold on. All right, true story, shout out. We have any more questions? Because I'm about to head out. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are all set and you got what you need, shout out to that. Shout out to that G. I didn't catch it. I almost got it. I'm gonna get it though. Shout out to the donations. I appreciate y'all because this is hard work for me to do for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And to make sure that you guys get a clear understanding. And sometimes during class, I will have to revisit this once a week or maybe twice a week because some people do not remember what's being said and done. Shout out to the donations. Shout out to the donations. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't remember, during class, I'm going to have to go ahead and go back and cover it again and again and again. I want my Escovarians who have joined my fan club to be well knowledge. I want you guys to start creating your files. Every file I have in class is really for you. It ain't for me. It's for you to have an understanding. It's for you to go home with the knowledge of how you may or may not be affected with these RH antigens. It's for you to look into who you meet and who you don't meet. It's for you to check out what your blood type is. Make sense? Make sense? Because now we know the human never had monkey gene. Never had it until it was injected. Make sense? Make sense? Until the animals were injected. Let me rephrase that. We never had RH antigens, because we can't say they injected the monkey there, even though they said the shit. We can't absolutely say that we didn't see them do it. All right? But they have had experiments. But we never had the monkey gene until that first day out of Africa when the Neanderthals from the Germanic caves came down into Africa and mixed with the H antigen and created the A blood. Make sense? Make sense? All right, they created the A blood. And we know the Bombays, they have 0 H antigens. But they are O's. They are the O's. They are the universal donors of themselves. They don't have human antigen. Yeah. So if you don't have the A, the B, or the AB, or the O negatives, right, of the melanated human being. I have to say this now because the Neanderthals we know come from the Caucasus Mountains where they could not be in sun. We know they come from the Siberian mountains where we know they are affected by the sun. That goes for Asiatic people and that goes for Europeans. They are greatly affected by the sun because they were night dwellers. They were forest dwellers and they lived in caves. Make sense? This is what they're telling us. We don't really absolutely know if that's true. We don't absolutely know if they lived in a cage. They're never going to allow us to see the caves, okay? They're not going to allow us to see the caves. But I enjoy hanging out with y'all. I do hope y'all follow my channel, my new channel over there on YouTube. Excuse me, I got to cut it out on this one. I hope y'all find my new channel on the profile. I hope y'all go over there and get most of these lives and get the information because it's going to be dropped over there. We got more lives over there and other videos that's going to be over there that you won't see on TikTok. Make sure y'all make that channel go to 1,000 so we can go live over there like we're doing over here and breaking down other situations. We have things like what happens if you lose food stamps, or we have things like what happened with the blood clots and the jab. We have different conversations over there, but over here it's all about the ABO. Make sense? I appreciate all the lives. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Oh, y'all know about the Red Deer Caves. Okay, we talking about the Bombays. Oh, we got more people in the chat. Yes, the Red Deer Caves is where the Asiatics come from, and that is the Denisovans. That is absolutely right. And I appreciate you as well, boss lady. I appreciate you as well. Hang in there. I hope you're part of the fan club because we got more information. We got more information, my darling. You know what I'm saying? And one day, maybe, I'll be able to get you one of these SVTs. Maybe one day, you'll be able to read one of my books. Or, even if you're a good super fan, get one of these right here, child. Yeah, you got to be a real super fan to get one of these things. and I'm gone.